Hi, guys. Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm E. And today, have you guys noticed that, the things that you watch are not on yet? Have you seen any promotions for any videos, any movies? Like, what's going on? If you haven't noticed, there is a writer's strike going on that is delaying all our shows. Like everything is pushed back to like 2024, 2025. Like
Yeah.
it is so crazy. So today we're going to cover the writer's strike. This is affecting basically all of Hollywood. I don't know if you've seen, but there's, like picket lines and, a
Yeah.
lot of actors. There was The Rock, which I think we'll cover later. He made a big donation. Basically these people aren't getting paid all that well, even though, we thought they were balling. But, there's apparently like a caste system. There's some people that are uber poor, some people that are super rich. It never ends, guys. So we're gonna cover the writer's strike. Enjoy. So I'll get started. Let's talk about Disney and
Okay.
CEO Bob Iger. He ain't ish. Let's start there.
Okay.
Okay. Bob Iger is disturbed by actors and the writer's strike, according to the Guardian article. He doesn't think highly of the writers and actors on strike, asking for better pay and conditions. Can you believe the audacity?
Yeah.
Iger appeared on CNBC's Squawk Box and discussed the ongoing writer strike and the actor strike that was just initiated. He called it very disturbing, saying this is the worst time in the world to add that disruption. He feels that industry is still dealing with COVID-19, its recovery, and thinks the unions are not being realistic about pay demands. Can you imagine just a CEO telling you, like, hey, it doesn't matter if you can afford food or not. We're supposed to be working. Does
Yeah.
that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
He brought up the successful talks with the Directors Guild as an example, claiming Disney is willing to negotiate. But Iger believes that actors and writers have unrealistic expectations. He expressed his respect for the union's pursuit for better compensation for its members, but also emphasized the need for realism regarding the business environment and its limitations. The strike, according to him, will only add to the challenges the industry is already dealing with. Warned that the strike would have severe repercussions for the entire industry, causing substantial collateral damage to supportive services and impacting regional economies. He calls it a shame for the industry as a whole.
That's insane. Like, oh my God. Um, Before we get into all of the thoughts on that, let's discuss what, SAG-AFTRA is, right? So part of the whole writers strike and the actors strike and everything. So SAG-AFTRA is the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. The actors union, SAG-AFTRA, initiated its strike on Thursday morning, July 13. This was the first strike from SAG-AFTRA in over 40 years, and the first time both unions have been on strike at the same time since 1960. 160,000 union members, as well as 11,000 Writers Guild of America members, have received instructions on what is and isn't permitted. During this time, there can be no acting, no singing or dancing, no performing stunts, piloting on camera aircraft, puppeteering, and performance capture or motion capture work, no interviews to promote movies or shows, no podcast appearances and promotion on social media, no conventions, fan expos, or festivals in order to promote any project that was made under the TV theatrical agreement. This shuts down production completely. So Hollywood execs plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right while giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. Hello, Bob Iger. It is disgusting. Shame on them. They stand on the wrong side of history and this very moment. We stand in solidarity, in unprecedented unity. Fran Drescher said, and she's the SAG-AFTRA president, I believe. So According to a CNN article, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics stated that the average pay for California actors in 2022 is $27.73. SAG-AFTRA's president, Fran Drescher, pushed back on the notion that all actors are wealthy, saying that a vast majority are just working people, just trying to make a living, just trying to pay their rent, just trying to put food on the table and get their kids off to school. Everything that you watch, that you enjoy, that you're entertained by are scenes filled with people that are not making the big money. I mean, yeah, this is just insane. So a CBS News article stated that superstar millionaire Dwayne The Rock Johnson made a milestone 7-figure donation to a relief fund for actors amid their ongoing strike against major Hollywood studios. Leaders of the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, a nonprofit group associated with the union which provides emergency assistance to members, sent a letter to 2,700 of the union's highest-earning actors explaining the financial strains the strike would cause, Variety reported. Really quickly, the union has 160,000 members, but 2,700 of them are highest earning actors. That's a huge disparity. Shortly after, Johnson's team made an undisclosed 7-figure donation to the SAG-AFTRA Foundation Emergency Financial Assistance and Disaster Relief Fund. So, that was really nice of him. I believe there's been other high-profile actors who have also made donations. I'm not sure if amounts have been disclosed, but yeah, what do we think?
Well, I just looked up Bob Iger's salary. This is the person complaining that this is disrupting the industry.
Uh-huh.
So, under Iger's new contract with Disney, he will earn $1 million annual base salary, according to the company's most recent SEC filing. In addition to his base salary, Iger will also get a long term incentive award with a target value of, guess how much?
4 million.
$25 million a year. So he
What?
can't even fathom, what a $27.73 person is making. Like they're struggling to even have health insurance.
What in the
And he's here
world?
like, oh, this is disruptive. Da, 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 da. If you guys haven't seen our other video about the Marvel and Star Wars slowdown, go check it out. Bob
Yeah.
Iger's all over it. He's claiming, oversaturation of the things, but it's also the writer's strike and how,
Yeah.
everything is affecting things.
Cost cutting.
But not his salary, though. We can't cut that.
No, no,
No, no,
no,
no.
no.
No, no.
That is disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
you're telling me that these 160,000 union members are not entitled to a living wage, but it's okay for you to make $25 million a year on top of the 1 million base salary you're already getting? Who needs that much? Do you have a family of 160,000 people that you're taking care of? Because man, you could probably do a lot with that 25 million. A lot. It is horrible, but like really sickening.
I do believe, this is the other side, the mature, I went to school, Eldris. I went to school. I do believe that CEOs should be making, an X amount of money more so than employees are driving the business, growing the business, have the vision, blah, blah, blah. Now, I think, and I don't even remember the stats, I think today's CEOs make like 400 times, I'm throwing out a number. I don't know why 400 is popping up, like 400 times more than their lowest paid employee
Horrible.
compared to, let's say, I don't know, 30 years ago, which was probably like 50 or something.
Yeah.
I don't think CEOs are not doing something so miraculously, like so miraculous that they need to make $26 million a year. I think.
No. Not when Marvel paid a, I want to say either elementary school or middle school age kid to utilize his work that he did for the animated Spider-Man movie. there was a scene where Spider-Man is going through different dimensions or whatnot, and different iterations of Spider-Man. This kid apparently created a video um that it's the Spider-Man or the world or whatever. It's like, just basically looks different, right? And it's kind of like, you saw the latest Doctor Strange movie where
Hmm.
he was going, well, in Doctor Strange, he was going through different dimensions. There was different iterations of the world, of
Hmm.
different, whatever.
Well, I've seen Doctor Strange and I've seen that part, but I don't know if I've seen the latest movie.
That the
That
latest
was it?
one, yeah, where it's
Oh,
like one of them is like, it's like food and others like melting and like, anyway. So this
yeah,
kid did something like that. Marvel paid this kid to utilize his stuff. If this kid is creative enough to do these things, then I'm sorry, so are other people that could be making not like the millions and millions of dollars these CEOs are making, but a good enough amount that it makes it okay for everybody else to be able to survive. Like, there's no way that Bob Iger is creative enough to do what that kid did, that he deserves to be making that much more money. Like, that's wild, incredibly wild. Yes, of course, if you are like an integral, instrumental part of growing a company and everything, yeah, of course, get paid appropriately for it. But the disparity in wages, the disparity in finances in this country is like ridiculous. Like, if you're sitting there and you're telling me that actors who we see on TV, who we just all assume must be making money, must be getting free stuff, can't afford health insurance, can't afford to pay all of their bills, like, that's horrible.
that is.
That's so, I mean, it's bad enough that, Americans have to deal with poverty to begin with, right? We're supposed to be like the most powerful country in the nation, and yet we have like a huge
All these
poverty rate.
problems.
Yes. But you're telling me that like it's okay to pay athletes hundreds of millions of dollars a year to play a sport, but you can't pay teachers, but you can't pay actors who also entertain us. I mean, this is not what athletes are doing. They're entertaining us, right? Okay, so like you can't pay actual entertainers either. Like that's just wild. Completely wild.
That is. You know who I'm looking up right now? The Rock salary. I think he was one of the highest grossing.
Yeah.
See, guys, you see it live here. This is what we do all the time. I'm like, oh, let's research this. Let's research this, and it's just this big old rabbit hole
It
of
really is.
of
But like,
information.
but I'm just really disturbed by these numbers. And
It's
especially now, like I know one of the reasons that they are striking is also because of like the streamers and how they're not getting residuals, or if they are, what they're getting are like pennies. Like,
mhm.
I saw one person post a paycheck of like $0.01. What?
It
Yeah,
costs more to print that and send it.
the
So
stamp
level
costs more. Like,
shut.
really?
So The Rock initially got 5.5 million when he played the Scorpion King back in 1972. You know, that's time ago. So now he's making $22 million per film
Wow.
between 2018 and 2022. So he's part of the 2,700 people that are the high income earners. Like how is it? That's it's crazy. I can't. I just got to scratch my forehead for this.
I remember years and years ago where it was the topic of how like there was a female actress, it might have been Julia Roberts, and how she was going to be like the first female actress to get paid like, I don't know, was it like $10 million for a film or something like that? Like, that hadn't happened. Meanwhile, Tom Cruise had been getting paid millions for years. Will Smith had been getting paid millions for years. Like, all of these different like disparities that you see when it comes to gender, but now also in like finances, in your classes, which we're not supposed to be a classes system, right? And so it's like nothing has changed since then, and it's only gotten worse. Like, we talked about in one of our previous videos during our Barbie Mania, the way that like Margot Robbie was paid what, like 12 million, I think it was,
Mhm.
for Barbie. Ryan Gosling, who was not the lead, also got paid the same amount of money as her. Like, all of these people getting paid that much money. And I think like what it was, Issa Rae and one of the other actresses that they
Oh,
got
the
like,
level of disrespect. I think they paid Issa Rae 250,000, and the weird Barbie, I
yeah,
think she got like 700,000.
right.
But
So,
Will Ferrell, which was a psychotic CEO of Mattel, his part wasn't even what? Maybe he had 30 minutes of screen time. He made
total,
like $10 million just because his name is Will Ferrell. He's not even that funny. But that's
but
another story for another day. But
but even
still,
that, like the fact that like during that video and during this video, we're thinking that's such a terrible disparity, but they still made 200, $700,000, where some actors are making $27. Like that's a huge disparity. And I'm not saying that Issa Rae and the crazy Barbie don't deserve their money, or that Margot doesn't deserve her money, or Ryan or whatever, but like
Issa Rae
that is
should.
for sure. But still, like, even at that, how is it okay for these actors to get paid that much money? Then you have a whole like, like what, over 100,000 that don't make even a fraction of that. Like, I mean, I can't even compute in my head like what that would be. Like, how much is $27 to $12 million? You get me? Like, that's a ridiculous amount of money that someone is making compared to someone else.
Let's see,
So,
2773 times 42. That's 50, let's say $58,000 a year, right? But I
right,
think the 2773 is gross. It's
not even net.
not even net.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I think it was this article or another article that said that they couldn't even pay like their health insurance because now they're struggling. So just imagine taxes at what, 15%. I'm trying to think of math taxes right now. Plus, can they make 401k contributions? Do they have families? Health insurance goes up. Cost of living, they live in LA.
Yeah,
Hello. Or any other, maybe New York or something.
right.
We know a burger costs like $40 now,
I
and
know.
I'm telling you because I just had a burger that was $40 and it hurt my soul. Yeah. More of the story: cook at home. There's food at home. Um,
Food.
so it's just hard. I don't think that we should be working and struggling like that. That's such an oxymoron.
No, seriously, it doesn't make sense. It's crazy. You were upset about your $40 burger. I was upset about my $24 burger at brunch on Saturday. Like, when did they get to be so much? Jesus. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, there's such a large imbalance, and I don't
Nothing that
I
we
don't
can
know how that
fix.
really gets better, you know?
And the
And
writer's strike, well, we're in September and it's still going on.
yeah.
So
The
people aren't
writers' strike
budging.
started before the actor strike. The writers one started maybe a couple weeks prior to the SAG-AFTRA, the actors striking. So
So if that's July, let's say sometime in June, it's
yeah,
September. People aren't budging. They don't want to pay these people.
that's terrible. Like,
But I
final
would say
thought,
quit and find another job. But with this economy,
seriously.
I don't know.
Um my final thought on that is pay these people, because the last thing you want is for viewers to turn on you. Because if viewers start to turn on you, that's a problem. You start losing money. Not only are you losing money right now because you're not creating, so you're not promoting, you're not, doing X, Y, and Z, but then you'll also start to lose people's interest. And then what
Mm,
happens when the shows finally come back? If people are not going to be interested, if people are paying more attention to docuseries or to reality TV or sports, they're not paying attention to your shows. That's the problem.
mm.
So pay these people. Like, that's ridiculous. Unless Bob Iger can put out a hit show the way my girl Quinta Brunson can with Abbott Elementary, then he needs to fall back.
Oh,
And yes, I'm mad because I missed my show and I wanted to come back, but I understand they got to get paid. That's it. I'm done. That's my rant.
no. My final thought is if you F around, you're going to find out. These Kardashians are after everybody. Keep playing. Now you got Kimberly acting at American Horror Stories.
Yep.
She's trying to take y'all jobs. Keep playing. I'm
Kylie
sure she's
helping
going to become
Timothy.
a. Huh?
Kylie helping Timothy promote without promoting.
Mm-hmm. Y'all keep playing. The Kardashians gonna take over that space too, and then you're gonna be like, "What happened?" The Kardashians, the Kardjenners, okay?
And Bob Iger.
And Bob Iger is not willing to budge, but such is life. But that concludes today's video. Let us know what you think in the comments about this SAG-AFTRA strike. Like, do you think? I mean, I'm sure you guys think that everybody should get paid a decent
Yeah.
amount. But should Bob Iger be making $26 million a year to do
Yep.
what? I don't even see him often. But whatever. What do
Yeah.
you think
No.
about The Rock donating, an undisclosed amount? Should other celebrities step up and help, these actors?
Yep.
Let us know what
Ooh.
you think.
And also let us know what show you're missing. I mean, clearly I miss Abbott Elementary. So.
Oh, Emily in Paris. I gotta wait for that.
Don't make me
No.
sadder. Please don't make me sadder.
All right, I won't. All right, guys, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video with your friends. We currently have more than 100 subscribers, which we're so excited about because we're trying to grow the community. So we thank you very much. So please share so we can all be friends, your friends, my friends. We're all friends. You know what it is. We also have social media, which Dee will tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. And we would love for you guys to follow us, to share, like, and then comment, of course, on the posts. We would love to get to over 100 followers on each platform as well. I know these may seem like small numbers for some people, but like we're really happy here.
Excited. We count every single one. We'll be like, oh, 110 today. 5 minutes later, 111. We don't get tired.
It's very exciting. And we're, as crazy as we may be, we're also very humble. And so this is all very humbling. And we are very grateful for everybody who's decided to go along with our crazy, despite how crazy we can be sometimes. We appreciate it all.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.